for math because of pictures. So I'm going to walk you through how to do some of the work that we're required to do for today. So let's take a look at our first problem. So our first problem here, when we look at it, says Marty had a party over the weekend. He had 1/4 of a pepperoni pizza left and 3/8 of a ham pizza left. In all, how much pizza did he have left over? So it's an addition problem. Sounds easy enough, just like yesterday's, except here's our issue. I have 1/4 and I have 3/8. Those are different size pieces. So we need to figure out what we can do if we have different size pieces, because you can't just add them together easily. So let's take a look and figure out why. So if I have 1/4 and 3/8 and I'm trying to add them, look at the picture of that. So 1/4, cut it in half, there's fourths. We'll color it and make it pretty for you. There you go. I know you like things like that. Now underneath it, I'm going to do the eighths. Since 8 is a multiple of 4, I know this will work. So here's my 8. So I've got 4 pieces now. If I cut them in half, there's my 8 pieces. Now I'm supposed to have 3 out of 8. So 1, 2, and 3. All right, so there's my 3/8. Now, when we add these together, I said you can't just add across. Look, 4 twelfths. Is anything in twelfths here? No, that tells you the size of the piece. They aren't in twelfths, so that doesn't make sense. All right, so can I leave it as eighths? Okay, we'll just go with the top one. No, this piece right here is way bigger than just 1/8. So I had 3/8. If I add this piece on, it's bigger than 1/8. So that means it's going to be more than 4/8. Fine, can't do that. Can I leave it as fourths? 4/4 is a whole. I don't have this whole thing filled in with these pieces, so that's wrong. So when we look at this, this is where we've got to realize I need to have a common denominator to add, okay? So the denominators have to be the same. They have to be the same size piece. That'd be like you saying, oh, 100 plus 1,000. I can do that. It's 2 because 1 plus 1 is 2. Let's say 200. No? All right, let's say it's 2,000. Also, no. They're different size pieces. You just can't put them together randomly like that. Same thing is true with fractions, okay? They have to be the same size to be able to put them together. So, generally, if you're doing a picture, the easiest way is to take one of your fractions and turn it into the other one. Now, sometimes you can take the one with the larger denominator and you can reduce it or simplify it down into this one. But 3/8, looking at it, it doesn't equal a set amount of fourths. It equals 1/4 right here, but then there's still more left over. So it's probably normally going to be easier to take your number with the smaller denominator and just cut it up into more pieces. Now, I can't just cut this one up. I do have to cut all the pieces up. There were 4 of them. I need to cut all of them up. So now there are 8 pieces there. Now taking a look, instead of this being 1/4, I see 1, 2 out of 8. So 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Well, now it's easy. 2/8 plus 3/8, we've done that since last year. 2 plus 3, 5/8. Once they have the same denominator, the math becomes much easier. Okay, so taking a look at it, that's what our problem should look like. Now we'll try just one more together and we'll see how it goes. Ready? So let's try something like 1/3 and let's do 1/9. Let's do 4/9. There you go. So 1/3 and 4/9. Adding them together. Same thing. Different denominators you can't add. So I could do a picture. All right, 1/3 is not too hard to draw. I can get that one down mostly. But if you look, this is why I don't rely on drawings too much. I like them for an idea of what's happening, but notice I did not draw those accurately. Those are not the same size. Now, 9 is a multiple of it, so I should be able to cut this thirds up into 9ths. See, if I cut it once, that's 6 pieces. If I cut it again, now it's 9 pieces. So I shade this in. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now taking a look at it, now I have 4/9 and I have 1/3. So I still can't add them, right? So we need to take our third and we're going to cut it up into 9ths. Same way we just did. Cut once, twice, and let's take a look. I have 3 pieces. So 1/3 is the same as 3/9. I can add 3 ninths and 4 ninths. 3 plus 4 is 7, and the ninths don't change their size. Now, if I wanted to do this just numerically, because I don't like pictures, which I don't know why you wouldn't. I like pictures. But if you did, we'd look at it and we'd realize, okay, I want to change the third. I want to change it into ninths. So watch how we do this. This is the fraction we're starting with. I want to turn it into ninths. So I think to myself, how do I turn the 3 into 9? If I multiply by 3. Now, we talked about this. Whatever you do to the bottom, you need to do the top, because we're not multiplying it just by 3. We're multiplying it by 1 whole, 3 over 3. So if I do that to the bottom, I've got to do the same to the top. 1 times 3 is 3. And I end up with 3 ninths. Same thing that I had here, and we can add them together. All right. Now, the other choice that we do have for you available today is, if you're looking, there are these links here for some virtual manipulatives. And I would recommend at least trying 1 or 2 of them out just to get practice for when this gets harder. Me personally, I like this middle one. So if you try that one out, it'll take you to this page right here. And the reason I like this one, let me see if I can move my beautiful picture out of the way. There we go. All right. The reason I like this one a little bit better is it allows me to pick this thing on the side, and I can change that to whatever I want. So if I didn't want those to be 4ths, look, I can change them to 8ths. Oops. There we go. 8ths. Sorry, I've got a little bar in the way. All right. And then I could move the numerator, and I can figure out, well, how many 8ths do I need to make a half? 3, 4. Oh, 4. And you can just play with it and move it around. I like the fact that it's more adjustable. It's a little easier to find those equivalent fractions. All right. So today, when you're doing your work, try your best. Go slow. Use a picture. Use numbers. Use the virtual manipulatives to practice them out. All the answers are in there. If this is a struggle today, since I'm not there and I didn't give you the live lesson on it, we're working on it for the rest of the week. So don't spend 2 hours on this. This is a 20-25 minute exercise to practice these out. Do the best that you can. No pulling your hair out, no crying about it. Just do the best you can, and we'll talk about it again some more tomorrow. All right, guys? So thank you. Hopefully this will help, and I will see you either at science on today, or I'll see you on Wednesday for math, and then science. Why aren't you showing up for science? Show up for science.